Hello everyone, welcome to this Sims 3 house design video. So today I'm remodeling a house that I built quite a while ago, back kind of in the spirit of doing this. I don't know, I've been doing this for, I think, is this the third one I've done? Or the second one? I think it's actually the second one, but I could be wrong. Anyway, I think this is the second time I'm doing this in a row. And this house is in the same neighborhood where I've done all of my on the same street, more specifically, where I've done all of my Riverview kind of family houses. So it's that series. I mean, I call it a series. It's not really a series, but I guess it kind of is. It started when I did Timeless Family Home and Blue Beagle and Cedar Heights, kind of like all next to each other on a road in Riverview, one of the copies of Riverview that I have. And then I built a few more, and then more, and now it's basically a whole street full of houses of like a similar style. And this one was just here from before. It's been in this like version of Riverview in this save game for like years from before I started this channel. So it was an old house, and it also wasn't very good, as a lot of my older houses tend to be not that great. So I decided I wanted to redo it instead of just demolishing it and starting with a different house here. So the original name I gave this house was The Perfect House, which I don't think really suited it because it wasn't that great. But now I'm remodeling it, and I've decided on a new name. I called it Wayside Suburban because I couldn't think of a name, and I just looked up some name ideas, and that was one of the things that I found. And, well, not the suburban part, but the wayside part, which literally just means next to a road. So this is a suburban house next to a road, which is accurate technically, so, you know, why not go with that name? And yeah, so I managed to keep the same amount of bedrooms as the original. So the original house had 4 bedrooms, and this house has 4 bedrooms. The original house had 2.5 bathrooms, and this house has 2.5 bathrooms. And I basically actually added a study to this house that the original didn't have, but I made it look a lot smaller. So as you can already see, I've removed the like balconies, like the wraparound porch and the balconies that the original house had, and I kind of brought the roof much lower down. So like at least from the front, the second floor looks more kind of under the roof and more kind of like inside the roof than, you know, it was before, where the roof was just on top of the second floor previously. I really like the way this looks. I think it suits the house a lot better because it was not a huge house, but it looked very tall. And it was also very close to the street, so it kind of just, I don't know, it didn't look right. And I've also added a basement to this house as well. So now there's a garage that's underneath the house, and there's going to be a driveway that goes down to there because I wanted to add that kind of element to it because the original house was just built on a flat lot, and there was like nothing interesting with the terrain going on whatsoever. Now, the only problem was when I built this house originally, I put it too close to the street to actually fit in this sloping driveway, so I had to kind of do a weird thing, which you'll see later on. But anyway, right now I'm just choosing the colors and all that kind of stuff. I also took out all those flowers, although I did keep that like flower bed thing in the front, which I quite liked. So you can see I kind of have like these sections of the foundation that come forward, and I also have like this small what's that called? The stage there, kind of between those two sections, and I do that in the back too. And I kind of put some flowers on there so it looks nice. Now, for the floor plan, it's pretty similar to the original. Like, the living room is literally in the same place, and it's the same size and everything, and the wall color stays the same. I do the same thing with the bedrooms. I keep the same wall colors as the original bedrooms, and the locations of the bedrooms are the same. It's just the shape and size of the rooms change, and also so do all the furnishings. As for the layout, it's still pretty similar to the original, so the kitchen is still going to be in the back of the house, and the dining room is still going to be in the front. The only things I changed is that it's no longer going to be an open floor plan, so the original was pretty much all open. So this one's not that way, and now I'm going to add a study on as well on the far left of the house there. So anyway, that's the main difference basically. So, you know, it's still in the upstairs. The layout ends up being pretty much the same anyway. I keep the same, like the same 4 bedrooms in the same places, but I change like the shape and size of the room. I kind of move the bathroom, and I add closets to every room, so Obviously with my last build, which was in The Sims 4, I couldn't do that, which I've been trying to do with all my houses, but this one, I was able to cram in the closets. It wasn't easy, but I was able to do it, so all the rooms have closets, so yay. Anyway, right now I'm just gonna, I think, finish up the floor plan. I think it's pretty much done. Yeah, I think so. And then I'm just gonna get in some, doors and stuff, archways, things like that, and then I think we're actually going to start on furnishing pretty soon, although I might have to do some more outdoor like paint and stuff. So we'll get to that as well. And of course the landscaping style changes greatly, although I do get to landscaping pretty much near the end. So I'll do that near the end. But you'll probably notice that like the landscaping style that I had at the beginning was really different from what I do now. Like I had everything like perfectly fenced out, and like the terrain paint was only like perfectly within that fence. Yeah, it was a bit weird. So anyway, with the driveway, it just didn't work because I couldn't get it to fit in that kind of space there. So I had decided to curve the driveway around and just to do it kind of just by eye using the smooth terrain tool. And it's kind of weird, but it works, I guess. And I don't know if a car would be able to really make it through that too easily. I think that would be a pretty big challenge to maneuver your car around into the garage, especially if you need to back out of the garage. Probably not the most fun thing ever, but it's there. And it looks pretty interesting. I also managed to connect some stairs from the front pathway up to the driveway as well, so it looks kind of interesting. So anyway, here I'm just painting in the driveway, and you can see how it kind of like curves down like that. And there's kind of this retaining wall that's going to also be a planter bed as well. That kind of like mirrors what's happening with the stairs kind of at the front of the house. So you'll see that as well. So anyway, there's the garage door, and I'm also adding in some paint stuff and things, and exciting things are happening. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to put in some stairs to kind of connect the front walkway to the driveway, because I thought it looked kind of like it was the perfect place for some stairs there, so I decided to do that. And then I continued the retaining wall over, and you'll see how I kind of add these thingies to it to kind of mimic what's happening with the foundation and stage kind of by the stairs. So you'll see that. There you go. And yeah, looks pretty good. So I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen next, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, I'm just going to remove the rest of the landscaping, probably put in some trees, because I always do that for some reason, like near the beginning. I don't know why. It's just like something I like to do. I haven't done it yet, but we'll see if I actually do. Oh yeah, I do that. So I put in some trees. I just kind of think it helps get an idea of how the house is going to sit in the landscape. I don't know. I just like to do it. So I just do it near the beginning. And yeah, just putting a bunch of trees in. You'll notice the garden is still there. Like the little flower garden that was in the original house. I left it there. I thought, why not? Might as well just, leave that there. It's not hurting anything. So anyway, right now I'm just fixing up the rest of the exterior, and just gonna finish up all the paint and stuff and things. So yeah, and now I think that's pretty much the exterior done, probably. I'm gonna do a few more windows, I think, before fully launching into the interior of the house. So yeah, we're just gonna do a few more windows, and then I think we can just we're just gonna move around to the interior. And as we jump into the interior, I think one thing that you'll notice is that I tried to kind of keep the spirit of the rooms kind of intact. So with my last Sims 3 house design video where I remodeled a house that I had done previously, I kind of I changed the inside and outside so much that the house kind of lost all the spirit that the original had. And with this one, I wanted to kind of not do that. So even though the outside still looks radically different, I still kept the same what do you call it, siding color, the exact same siding swatch. Actually, I didn't even change anything about it at all. I just changed the brick color, and I also kept a very similar, or if not the same, color in every room as was in the original, except for the kitchen and dining room. I did change those, but the living room and all the bedrooms still have the same wall color as the original house. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of like a way, I mean, I already mentioned this, but I kind of felt like that was a way of kind of connecting it to the original. And so that was kind of the main thing behind the interior, although the kitchen is pretty much completely different because the old kitchen and dining room actually were both like the same color scheme as the living room. I didn't really want to do that, so I kind of made each one its own thing, if you will. So as you can see here, the kitchen is a little weird. So there's like this extra space that's like dead in the center of the house, and that's where I'm going to put the kind of breakfast nook. And I ended up putting I wanted it to be more connected to the kitchen than to the dining room because it would be kind of weird to have a dining room off of a dining room, which is what it is essentially. So I removed the archway from the breakfast nook remove that archway from the breakfast nook to the kitchen, and instead put columns there so that you can kind of feel like it's one room, and also that the light from the door in the kitchen kind of extends through to that kind of area in the middle of the house where there's no windows. And then I put a glass door, but still a door between that space and the dining room to kind of separate it a bit more. And right now we're in the laundry room space, which is in the same location as it was in the original house, except now it has a staircase in it to the basement. But as the original house had, the half bathroom is off the laundry room, which is kind of weird, but in this house, the laundry room is now more of like a hallway. So yeah, and as you can see what I did in the living room, I basically just took the same wallpaper, or I took a different wallpaper, because originally I just had like this flat white on the crown molding and the baseboard, and then like a flat color on the walls. So I took one with actually like wood grain on the crown molding and baseboard, and like this little slight pattern in the paint, and then just dragged those colors from the original wallpaper onto that one, so the colors are the same, but there's a little bit more texture to it. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to get to the living room a little bit later, but essentially, I think I'll start with the laundry room space. It's more of a hallway / laundry room now, so you can get from the living room to the kitchen through that space as well, and you can get to the basement, and you can get to the half bathroom all through that space, and it just happens to be a laundry room in there as well, I guess. So a little strange, but it's also kind of in the spirit of the original. And this is the dining room here that I'm working on, and I kind of made this built-in unit out of like some countertops, some cabinets, some bookshelves, and some columns. I kind of put it all together, and it kind of looks like some sort of built-in unit buffet thing. It works pretty well. And that's it for the dining room pretty much. Gonna do some curtains, and yeah, it's pretty simple. It's nothing too out of this world, but I think it looks pretty good. And now for the living room, I'm gonna just actually, I already put the furniture in. Oh, I missed that happening, but I put the furniture in a different location because I kind of moved the fireplace over because it wasn't centered, which was a little weird, so it kind of just made the whole space feel a bit off. So I just moved the fireplace over, and now it's kind of in the middle, and the room kind of makes a bit more sense, although I did move the chess table that was in this room originally to the office, so you'll see that when we get to it. But anyway, yeah, the living room's in the same color scheme. The furniture's different, but the layout's not too different. And yeah, so we're just going to have some plants in here, and a mirror, because why not, I guess? Sure. And also some just things on the coffee table. Oh, I also put the yellow horse in this room as well. I can't forget the yellow horse, of course. That rhymed unintentionally. So yeah, all of my Sims 3 houses have the yellow horse, so as does this one. So you'll see that come in fairly soon once I put in this little kind of console table that goes along the windows. So you'll see that. And also I have a little mat there by the entrance, and just, oh yeah, there's the table. So you'll see I'll figure out a place for it and put some color on it that looks nice. So yay. And yeah, there's also a little cabinet unit shelving thing there as well. So just kind of filling up this wall here because it looked a little empty. And so this is the dining room, or not the dining room, but like the, whatever you call it, the breakfast nook area. I don't think any of the chairs are usable at that table because there's like too many things in the room. I think it's too close to the wall on one side, and then there's like the doors all around. I don't know, it's annoying, but maybe one chair works. I don't know, maybe two, who knows. Anyway, it's just here. There's some decorative items in it, a random floor mirror, I think. I don't know. You'll see. It's just it works. I think it's fine. It's just kind of a weird location for that space, and the whole kitchen's a little strange. Like the whole layout of the kitchen's a little strange, but it's just the way it is. Anyway, now we're going to, I think, do the bathroom or the office, one of the two. But this is the pantry that was just in this weird nook, so I thought, might as well, make it a pantry. Anyway, actually, we'll probably do the laundry room or something, and the bathroom probably together. So anyway, there's some details there in the laundry room space, and also recoloring the stairs too to match the floors. That's nice. And also doing the railings and the upstairs hallway, because I haven't done that yet. So there you go. And a few things here and there around the place. Still doing the upstairs hallway, and making sure the walls look kind of weird, so I was making sure that they weren't glitched out in any way. And now we're going to do the downstairs bathroom. So it's, again, weirdly off the laundry room, but it works. And yeah, you got your sink and your toilet, and that's pretty much all there is to it. It's not a very complicated bathroom. Yeah, we're going to just touch up this back porch because I never actually finished it. So I'm going to move the stairs around so the stairs are actually like lining up with the doors, because they weren't before. Even in the original, they didn't line up, so I thought that was a bit weird. I also, at the very beginning, when I was still working on the roof, I made it. I made the roof that covers the porch not extend all the way across, so it only covers half of it. So the half where the kitchen is just open porch, as you can see. And I thought that kind of worked better because I could fit some larger windows on the second floor for the bedroom. Anyway, now we're going to do, I think, just the office space. So this is a new space that was not in the house originally. This was kind of more added on, and the original house did not have a office, but this one does. And there's also a nice little built-in bookshelf there because I had a weird nook I didn't know what to do with. So there's just a random built-in bookshelf there, because why not? And then the bookshelves in the back, I changed the color of actually all the furniture in the room to like this dark brown, which I think looks a lot better than the white, which it just looked a bit cheap. So yeah, I'll change that. And I also made like the leather color a bit greenish, I think, or maybe I already fixed that. I don't know. Anyway, you'll see. I do improve it. And there's the chest table that probably doesn't work, and also none of the bookshelves in this room probably don't work because yeah, it's all the furniture blocking it. So, it's just the way it is. Yeah, so here I'm just redoing the wood tones in here so they look nicer, a little bit more upscale, I suppose, because, the white just looked kind of not so great. Anyway, there you go. So now I'm just going to do some details in here, just a few things around the room. So, yeah, and that'll actually finish the first floor, surprisingly. And then I guess we have the second floor to do, or the basement too. So yeah, and just putting in some lights down here in the basement. The basement is just the garage. That's all I put in because otherwise I'd have to rip up all the floors. So I already had to make a pretty big hole in the house to put this in. So, I was like, this is enough. So just enough to fit a car, and putting in all the things that you'd have in the garage. Well, probably more than the things normal people would have in the garage. There's a lot more tools and stuff, but I like to make the garage look somewhat detailed, so I kind of just go into the fast lane stuff collection that's there and just put whatever I think looks good, because I like to make the garages look kind of filled up and not just an empty room with a car in it. So anyway, we're done with that, so I think we're just going to do the second floor now, probably. So we have the closet doors to put in. I didn't do that yet. And I think we're going to start with the master bedroom, probably. And here I'm just painting all the walls in every room and matching them to the colors that they were originally. So just going to make sure that they all kind of stay true to their originals, I guess. I don't know. I mean, all the furniture in the rooms is still different. I didn't really keep all of that stuff the same, but I wanted to kind of keep the colors of the walls and the carpets the same, because that way it kind of felt like it's the same room, but just redecorated. I don't know. It's really not the same rooms, though, because, these are definitely different shaped rooms. And, I kind of changed things quite a bit, especially in the front rooms. The shape changed, because I think in the original house, all the rooms were just rectangles, pretty much. They were pretty simple. Even the bathrooms and everything were just rectangles. Perfect rectangles. And in this, they're all kind of funky shapes. But anyway, you can see I already have the bed in the master bedroom, and putting in the wardrobe I like to put in all my houses pretty much. I do that. I put that object in a lot. And some curtains, and I'm going to put in a chair and some plants, you know, the usual fare, pretty much just to make the room look pretty nice. So yeah. And yeah, it has to look like a master bedroom. The only weird thing at the master suite is that the balcony is off of the bathroom. It's just the only way it worked out. There was no other good place for the bathroom, so, you know, it's just, you know, you just can go through the bathroom to get to the balcony. Why not? That sounds normal, doesn't it? I don't know. It doesn't sound normal, but whatever. It's the way it is. There's the closet, by the way. Yeah. So the bathroom is right here, and it has everything that you want in a master bathroom. It has the tub shower combo. It also has 2 sinks as well. And they're actually the same sinks that were in the original master bathroom. And the floor is the same as the original master bathroom. So, yay, keeping in the spirit of the original, I suppose. But anyway, so there's the 2 sinks, and I'm also going to get in the details. So we'll have all the things like the towels and the rugs and the toilet paper roll and all that good stuff. So, yep, that's pretty much the master bathroom with its balcony. And this room here is the guest bedroom. So there's the master bedroom, the guest bedroom, and there's kind of like 2 kids' rooms, or like a kids' room and a teens' room, kind of. That's the kind of the way it worked out, because these are the 2 largest bedrooms. And this bedroom also has a balcony. A balcony? No, it does not. It has a closet. I was going to say closet, but I said balcony somehow. There I go again. I just dropped the thing I was fidgeting with. I did this in the last video too. I'll fidget with something else then. All right. Sorry for the disturbance. So here I am doing this bedroom. So it's beige and red, basically. That's the color scheme. And again, same wall color and floor color as the original bedroom. But I think the original bedroom was blue, green, and beige. But this is red and beige. So that's different. But yeah, it's a pretty nice guest room. It works well for its purpose. So anyway, now we're going to move on to the upstairs bathroom. It's the only other full bathroom besides the master bathroom. It's just all that I could fit. So it has a sink, a toilet, shower. I really couldn't fit the tub shower in and have it be functional because the toilet would be blocking it. So we just have a stall shower in here. And I'm just going to put in the details that you'd expect from one of my bathrooms. You know, just the usual things that I just put in the other bathroom as well. I don't need to repeat them all. So yeah, there you go. Looks great. And there's a towel. There's a thing on the floor, a carpet, a rug, a mat. That thing. And now we're going to move on to the bedroom. So this is one of the kids' bedrooms. I actually made it more green. It used to be red and yellow kind of ish. So now it's the yellow kind of ish color as well, but with green instead of red. So there's the same bed. It's actually the same bed with the same bedspread, just different colors. And you have a nice little side table there, and it's a pretty small room, but it works pretty well, I think. I also get in the classic wall of posters that all the kids' rooms I make have, pretty much. And yeah, you know, that's it, pretty much. I'm going to put in some beanbag chairs and then some toys and stuff, but you get the idea. It's a kid's bedroom. It's also a closet as well, of course, because all the bedrooms have closets. So there you go. There's the objects in the room. Looks mostly okay. And yeah, there you go. There's your curtain on the window, another curtain on the other window, and some clothes in the closet. And next, the next stop is this bedroom. So this bedroom is meant to be more of a teen's room, I guess. I don't know. It could still be a guest bedroom, technically, or a kid's room, whatever. It works. I put a double bed in here, even though you can only use one side of it because the other side is against the wall. And in The Sims 3, Sims cannot get into the other side of the bed if it's against the wall. So unfortunately, it's just a single bed, a bed for a single Sim, I guess. But, you know, whatever. I just wanted a double bed. And there's the same armoire that's in the master bedroom, but it's also in here. And there's a chair. There's also going to be a desk in here with a laptop on it as well. So, yeah, and a few posters and stuff. But, yeah, again, same color scheme pretty much as the original, I think, maybe. I don't really remember, but I know it's the same wall colors. And also putting in just some stuff on the walls in here as well, some posters and things. And a carpet, a rug. And I'm also going to put some clothes in the closet as well. So, yeah. Actually, we're not almost done, but there's a few more minutes left. But we're getting closer to the end than I realized. So, yeah, we're going to do some landscaping soon, of course. And just the general things I like to do. So, like coloring under the roof and painting in, like, all the areas your Sims can't go, just black. So, basically, under the house is all going to be black. It's just something I do So there you go. It's all painted black now. And I'm also just going to prepare these little flower bed areas for plants by making it look like there's dirt in there, I guess, and changing the color of the decks pretty much, and, making it look nice on the outside. Just doing some final touches around the place before we begin on landscaping, and also changing the color of the lights, I guess. So that's the thing, and doing some more exterior lighting. And yeah, so there you go. Look at that stuff happening. That's cool. So I'm going to put some plants in these flower bed things, or like these planter things, off of the porches. Again, this was a feature of the original house I wanted to keep. I also put some sunflowers on the columns to make it look like they're kind of like vines that are growing up on the columns there. And here I'm putting in some plants, a lot less colorful, and because the way it was before was a little too childish. Like all those like different, like the reds and the yellows and the blues and the oranges. It just looked like you can kind of see it in the flower garden there. It was just too much, so I decided to not do that again. So it went for a little bit more of a sophisticated look, and I'm also doing that around the rest of the property. So we got some bushes, there's a little rock retaining wall here that goes against the driveway, so there's that. Looks quite nice. And then some plants that go up the other part of the driveway and just around the house here. So yeah. And also, of course, the classic dirt terrain paint that is all important, just to kind of make the plants look like they're kind of seated in the ground correctly. So there's the flower garden still there, as the original house had it. I just left it there. Changed the color of the fencing, though. Made it match everything else. And here I'm just doing some bit of detail work on the terrain paint. And I'm also going to just put a little bit of a back patio out that's a little bit less perfect than the original, because the original house had way too perfect of a back patio, and the way it's kind of like trimmed and outlined, it looked a bit weird. So not doing that. Here we just have the lounge chairs and also some mats. So anyway, we're pretty much done here. So I hope you enjoyed this house design video. If you did, I have many more on my channel, so you can check those out. And yeah, there's going to be some screenshots coming up after this. I hope you stick around for those. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you like the results of this remodel thing. Anyway, see you next time. Bye, everyone.